try and free yourself to tell yourself a story. All right. Cool. You can check us out on Instagram, on LinkedIn. All of these teasers are there. I'm not going to waste your time right now, even if it's for a minute. You guys can check it out on your channel. We have been heavily making AI campaigns now, something like this, which we run a campaign for Axis Bank, uh, where money is personified. So this is a Pixar style animation. Imagine making this in 3D would have taken us 3 months, but we made this ad in 5 days. So you check that out on Bulbchanka Studios as well, or my Insta, LinkedIn, or Instagram, wherever you guys go. All right, similar to this, we are working on realistic live action ads as well. All right, so quite a lot of ads. I'm just putting two, three options for you to see how realistic it can get. All right, so let's just quickly get started because we have a lot to cover and it's going to be exciting. All right, before going ahead, I'll tell you a secret which generally is part of the media industry, where there is a certain framework that we all follow. Although we look like flamboyant and media industry feels more like something which is very guarded. There is a certain structure that we follow, and that's the something which I'm going to follow in today's session as well. We are going to have it into three phases, like pre-production, production, and post-production. Pre-production is where we are going to make the script, the blueprint based on me and your conversation. I want it to be a bit more democratized. We have to have a conversation continuously and build ourselves a proper script. Then we will move into production part of it, where we are going from the text to the image, where we see our entire flow like a storyboard. All right. Then we are going to move into image to video, which is where you are going to see things come to life. And in the post production, where we are going to use few tools like audio recording, music, and I'm going to put everything together in the edit. Now, most of the for people who are attending for the first time, most of the sessions I do everything live. And today also I'm going to attempt that live. I may or may not pass, but you might learn the tools any which ways. All right. So for this, we are going to, of course, you guys are familiar with few of the LLMs that you must have had in the previous session. These are few LLMs which we can use, but my favorite, as you must have seen on my LinkedIn as well, is Cloud, because of quite a few things. Because of certain ethical concerns and certain ease of conversation that I have with Cloud. I'm going to use Cloud today. In the production phase, I'm going to show you some different kind of tools. Now, all of these tools are kind of a bit overwhelming, but I'm going to simplify it for you and tell you which tool works really well. That's something which you can use by yourself. Now, you have to understand that I have curated this list of tools so that you don't have to go through multiple tools and understand exactly what tool works better. Of course, feel free to experiment. This is the time to experiment. AI is in a very engine phase. No car is made. You have the right to make something, do your probably what they call it DIY, and make something very unique out of this. And for post production, I am going to use Final Cut Pro here. But feel free, if you're not from India, you can use CapCut or use VPN and just use CapCut, or download DaVinci Resolve. Amazing tool to edit. Or you can use captions.ai, whatever you want to do. Understand this very important thing. In the AI world, the live action shoot is completely gone. All right. The production phase, where we used to bring people together, there is a lightman, cameraman, cast, location, all of these come together with a very tight budget. And if we shoot something, that's done. We can't reshoot because we won't have the money. In the AI world, that has changed completely because the tools have become so fast and they're so optimized at this stage. They're still improving, but they're still very optimized. In the AI world, the edit is where the director actually makes the difference. Because when the editor is editing, if he feels that there is some shot which is pending, initially that shot used to be, we have to tell the director that you didn't shoot this, the movie would not look good. But with AI, we can again go back to the production phase, make ourselves the shot, and come back. So that's the beauty of AI, and of course, fraction of the freaking cost. All right. So with that lecture, I would like to ask you guys, what do you want to create today? You want to create an ad campaign? Do you want to create a movie teaser? Funny will draw out the poll for you guys. Whatever you guys select, we can go ahead with it.
I've just launched a poll, um, and all of you can see that on your screen. We can either go ahead and create an ad or a movie teaser.
Nice. As usual, funny, this becomes a 50-50. every time this becomes a 50-50. So I have something in my mind. Today also I thought that it might be a 50-50. And a lot of people want to see an ad, a lot of people want to see how the movie, the storytelling per se is created. So I think like last time we'll also select a brand and tell a brand story per se. Because this also looks like 48 and 52. All right. So let's just go ahead with something like that. And I have something in my mind. I'll give you guys a thought starter instead of going random because a lot of people, it won't be possible for us to come to a conclusion in terms of the story. So I have something in my mind. Now you understand that I am on a mission to rebrand Bharat. I have the Bharat rebrand project going on where I want to change the narrative of India. India, which is seen across the world with stereotypes like accent, stereotypes like our brown skin, and people are not like very third world country. I hate that narrative because I don't belong to that. Of course, there are a few problems, but I don't want to discuss that on the global stage. So I am on a mission to change India's narrative, and I have been trying to do that with ancient Indian billionaires, which is part of one series of the huge narrative that I'm trying to build, the Bharat Rebrand Project. For that, I have been making some brand movies without skill, thankfully, without skill support. I've been making some brand movies, and because you guys have come up with an ad and a teaser, I'll make a brand movie which tells a story. Now, that's the future of storytelling, like the F1 movie. It's a nice narrative going on, but with Brad Pitt wearing all the brands, it becomes a brand movie any which way. So, today we are going to make a brand movie and something to do with India, something to do which changes the narrative of India. Then last time we did Air India, where we rebranded Air India completely, where it went to space. Before that, we did Royal Enfield, which is a beautiful bike. I think today what we can do is select Taj as a brand. Now, Taj is a global five-star brand, any which way. It doesn't need too much of rebranding, but I feel it needs to push its boundaries. It needs to focus on going to remote, inaccessible places like Antarctica, Arctic, or Mars per se in the future. And if we decide to shoot that, that will take millions of dollars. But today we are going to do that in few hours. So I think we should do a Taj brand movie, 30 second or something, which becomes like an ad. And we should have Taj located in Arctic or Antarctica or something like that. What do you guys think of the idea? Should we go ahead with something like that? Tell me in the chat. Yeah. Yeah, I think most of you are saying yes. I think that will be great. So imagine a Taj, all right, and going towards going and building that nice lotus-shaped Taj into uh, in an Arctic circle with like aurora borealis, like nice lights and everything. I think it will be awesome. I think let's do that. Let's take this huge step. I'm kind of nervous, but I think you guys will have a treat today. All right, so now that we have a base idea, all right, I'll tell you how to think now, which is very important when you have to think in terms of narrative. So, what does it take to build a storyline according to you? Tell me in the chat. What do you think takes to build a storyline? Tell me in the chat. Let's have a conversation, guys. Let's not be passive listeners. Plot, idea, good, good. Most of you are in a very good space. What is the thought in our head? Yeah, correct. We have to have idea, emotions, story. Correct. Perfect. You need like a thought starter. This is the prompt which you give yourself if you want to go ahead or not. Now, how to give yourself or think structured is what I'm going to show you. All right. This is the framework that I follow. This is my framework. What I do is I break it down into four things. If my things do not match if my idea does not fulfill these four requirements, I do not go ahead with the idea. Like I said, I do not like posting too much unnecessary content. I like something which makes a difference. All right. So the objective has to be clear. What is our objective today? We have to learn the narrative. You have to learn the fundamentals of visual storytelling, how to put a narrative. You understand the tools. So our objective is very clear. All right. What is the idea? Like I said, Taj in the Arctic. That will be damn cool. Somewhere it is completely inaccessible and there is luxury. I sometimes like the idea of luxury in part of something which is inaccessible. I think that is the new way to go ahead with things. And what is the story is what we are going to build. And can it be better? Yes, it can be better. And how it can be better? By using AI. So these four layers is what I call it layers. But these four pillars are the main foundation to how I think about things. So feel free to take a screenshot and always ask yourself why you are doing certain things, what might be the idea, how will it be, and can it be better? All right. So something like that you need to be very clear with. For this, feel free to use ChatGPT. Also, no problem. It's awesome in terms of conceptualization. Don't let me paint your mind here. I like cloud. So that's why I'm using cloud. All right. So let's just generate a story very quickly. That's a second. Cloud. All right. Sharing my screen again. So let's just quickly brainstorm. All right. And how do we brainstorm here? Now, there is a simple way to go about this is, right, a cloud. I want to create a brand movie of 30 seconds about the Taj hotels in the Arctic. It needs to be visually striking. We have to write visually striking, compelling, must have viral potential, and cinematic. Do note, I was thinking because I want to show you some character consistency, I'm going to put myself in this ad so that you get an idea how characters can be put. I am going to be the billionaire who is going to visit this hotel. All right. The hotel needs to be lotus shaped, surrounded by ice with beautiful aurora. Aurora is something which, like a nice natural phenomena, you'll get to see, or borrelia or borrelias. Maybe the spelling is wrong, but I think it will get it around. Make a script for this. Also, name this brand movie. Now, I'm not going to tell it that you are an expert in this, you are an expert in that. I'm just going to see exactly what it is thinking. Why I'm doing that is something which I'll just quickly tell you. Is because on the bottom left, you see there is a settings option here. Now, in the settings option, what I've done is given all the details about my agency. So, if you're a professional trying to basically mold this particular LLM for yourself, then you can add all those details here, so that cloud will only give you responses which are similar to what you are expecting it to do. Now, I have given it. Now, this is a shared LLM, which is shared cloud between me and my team, so that even a new joinee who joins in, for example, he will understand exactly who we are, what our mission is, what kind of content we like. So something which we have customized this entire LLM. So most of it, and it also knows that I've been training people on AI, and so probably just a second, one second. Okay, so it knows what is something which I have been training people on. So it will give me options similar to that. All right. So let's just see what it gives us. It's calling it the Eternal Lotus. It's called Taj brand film, and it has given us a complete script. All right. It has given us a complete script. We can just take the script and move ahead. But what I'm going to do, it is going to basically. I don't think I like the name. Do you guys like the name? Tell me in the chat. No, even I don't like the name. Some people might like it, but I think it can be better. Think like an award. Now is the time when I'm going to tell it to think like an EXMA award winning brand strategist and a storyteller, and give me a script according to that. Make sure you optimize it to be visually striking, and it should be beautiful. Also, give me name options first. I need one dialogue of a protagonist and a Nice voice over to lead film, to lead the film. All right. And I have to tell it, I am going to go from text to video to ensure you optimize it accordingly. For now, give me the name and the script to approve. Now, I've been saying to approve a lot because I think the LLMs are pretty technical. When you type something like this, it gives you something which is very structured and it understands the language. That's the reason why I've been using, even if I'm a creative person, I ensure that I type something like this. These are very important things for you to type. I also mentioned the visually striking part of it. All right, so let's see what name it has given us. The impossible garden, where lotus blooms eternal, the last paradise, beyond the edge of dreams. The Arctic lotus, I think this will be a good name. What do you guys think? I think this will be a good name, the Arctic lotus. Yeah. All right. So let's see, for example, it has given us a white shot. All right. And pure white eyes and stuff like that. Some believe paradise can only exist in the warmth, but visionaries know better. Then there is my dialogue. It has written my dialogue delivered with quiet conviction. I will deliver it with quiet conviction. It is I don't follow destinations, I create them. All right, sure. I think it can be better. I'm just going to quickly do take this, ask it to basically improve my dialogue. All right, and interior luxury, doors open. All right, where the impossible becomes final redefining the possible. All right, cool. I think it is. I don't like the impossible garden, the recommendation. That this is where the human intervention comes in. Now we all understand, based on what I feel, I like the name Arctic Lotus, but it is suggesting me, all right. It is suggesting me the impossible garden based on its permutation combination. Now, you have to decide what works. It's not necessary that based on the data or the collective memory that it is throwing off this information, based on this data does not necessarily mean that it is going to go viral. You have to here practice your instinct. My instinct is telling me that the Arctic Lotus would work. Also, ensure you give me some better dialogue options and yeah I think and revise the script accordingly. So let's see what it will give us. The Arctic Lotus, Taj Hotels, brand film. All right. I don't visit destinations. I birth them. No, that is a strange dialogue. I will not use that dialogue. While others seek comfort, I create legends. The world said impossible. I said inevitable. Makes no sense. All right, with quiet paradise isn't found, it's forged. I build dreams where others see voids. Every frontier bends to vision. Beauty blooms where I will. I plant lotus in the land of ice. It's not me planting anything, it's something to do with luxury. So it needs to have a dialogue. The dialogue should be about Taj hotels and why I always choose Taj because they get me and my wife. All right. Also, I want to show shots of billionaires coming in to the hotel. Now, I'm just throwing in the ideas that are coming in my head while I'm speaking to Cloud and just asking it to keep that in mind, in memory. All right. So let it give us something which is going to be interesting. Taj doesn't just host me, they understand my impossible. That's a good dialogue. They do understand my impossible. Only Taj dares to dream as boldly as I do. Good. Taj gets it. Luxury isn't a place, it's a vision realized. Luxury isn't a place, it's a vision realized. Okay, when I imagine the extraordinary, Taj makes it real. Taj doesn't follow trends. Like me, they create them. Every Taj is built for those who refuse ordinary. Okay, Taj understands true luxury has no limits. They don't ask why here, they ask why not. I think I like this dialogue, all right? And I also like this dialogue, which is they understand my impossible. This will be a decent dialogue, all right? I want the pillow to be my dialogue, right? So I've told it what I need, what I like. Now it has given me something like this. So now it has completely refined the entire script. Our blueprint is ready. So clap for yourself. We are in a very good space. Taj, where legends choose to stay. And then Taj Hotel, the Arctic Lotus. All right. Good. Our blueprint is ready. No, not many times it happens so quickly, but we are in a very good space now. Now, with that, I would like to get you to the most interesting part, which is now we are starting to realize this into this entire script. We'll now convert it into our vision. Now, initially, when we used to shoot something, we used to create a storyboard. We used to call a storyboard artist. That storyboard artist used to come in, used to take our brief and take 1 week to basically come up with an entire storyboard. And that storyboard used to be sketched, like not even sketched, like probably used a pencil. So, but with AI, what has happened? We can now directly bypass the storyboard to moving into shooting that particular thing. Now, why I'm saying that is because there are multiple models that I'm going to show you now, which are going to define exactly how our film would look. I'm going to take your opinion on how the film would look like, and that is when I'm going to show you all the models. But before we go there, I want to come up and show you a particular prompt structure that I follow. All right. And that prompt structure is this. This is the prompt structure. Yes, just a second. All right. Before I go there, I would like to ask you exactly what you guys think is the thought process behind this visual. Tell me in the chat. It should be in a prompt style. Before I give you a structured one, tell me in the thought process. For all the people who are thinking this is boring, content creation is boring. It just the end product is something which is always interesting. The process to go there is very, it requires a lot of patience. So I'm glad people have some patience. Other people who are bored, feel free to drop off, no problem. All right, so good. Okay, so this is something which is what some of you are mentioning, but it's in space. So good, people are visualizing, but your prompt needs to have a specific structure. Now, as I said, there is a structure and a framework that I have in place, and this is the entire structure. Now, what should the entire structure be? Let's say, for example, where we are, we have to have an emotional tone. You have to add a visual reference. We have to add a subject, composition, lighting, and camera setting. Like, for example, what I've done in the before. This was from the previous session. All right. So, for this particular Taj film, what do you think should be the emotional tone? Tell me in the chat. Competition. No. Luxury, yes. Luxury, it should be inspiring. Not necessarily inspiring, yes. All right. Royal, serene. Good, very good. All right. Cool. I think more or less luxury, aesthetic. Aesthetic is good. All right. So this is good enough. Okay. That's fine, guys. I've got it. Now tell me the visual reference. What do you think the visual reference should be? Have you seen something like this? What should be the visual reference? Die Another Day. Somebody is very smart. Exactly like that. Die Another Day, James Bond. All right. Avatar. All right. Good. These are good. Probably throw in an interstellar. Always put like an interstellar. All right. Good. Then what should be the composition? Now, what I think it should be is we see a group of Taj, what do you call the people? Taj executives standing with a namaste in front of a white, huge lotus hotel. All right. And how should be the composition? Yes, heroic composition with Aurora Borealis behind. All right. And it should be probably not an early morning shot, probably an evening shot. Might be very beautiful. Now I'm saying phantom camera, but we can choose any of the camera. We can just type film camera. All right. So this becomes our base prompt. All right. This is what is going to drive our entire visual style. So let's see how we can how this looks. If this prompt is in a good space. All right. So for that, I would like to show you guys one particular tool. It is called Crea.ai. Now, Crea is a wrapper. What is a wrapper? Multiple AI models, which are visual generators, into one, and then it is optimized so that we can have a good user interface. That is what Crea does for you. And what are we going to do right now? We are going to create the images. So I am going to go to the image part of it. You can all go here. Now, Crea gives you some free credits which you can use, but you'll understand the models that I'm going to show you so that you can probably use it by yourself. I'm going to use the image model. Now, all of these I'll later on show it to you. Let's just select the image model here. Okay, in the image option on the bottom left, now these are all the image generator models available. Now, if you go to their independent websites, yes, those models are already available, but Crea is sort of like giving you all of them in one place. The same happens with other company called as FreePick, but I like Crea because I started off with Crea. People of you whom are just starting use Crea. All right, so for that, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to try all these models. Now, in the filmmaking terms, these are our cameramen, whom we call director of photography. Each and every cameraman, like for example, if I have to shoot some action, I choose a particular cameraman. If I have to shoot, make something like a comedy, I choose a particular cameraman. So these are our cameramen. Remember, I said you don't necessarily need a storyboard artist now. You directly can jump into creating images. We have to now together select this cameraman. All right. So I'm going to first use the Crea model. You have to understand based on these compute units here, the complexity of the image, complexity of the image increases. So that's what you need to understand. So if let's say for example we chose Crea 1, we copy paste our prompt here. You can choose between multiple styles, like for example you want to go for, let's say, this style or the Ghibli anime style or any of these styles, Lego style. You can do whatever the hell you want. All right. I'm not going to select that. You can give your image prompt so that it selects the consistent imagery. We don't have to do that right now. And we are going to go for, you want to do a vertical video or you guys want to do a wide angle? What do you guys think? Should we do wide? Yeah, I think we should do wide. It will be nice. So let's select the super cinematic one because we are cinematic people. All right, and let's hit generate. So this is the Crea 1 model. I think it looks pretty interesting though. Check this out. So this is the Crea 1 model. Let's select something else. Let's select the one model. Again, wide angle and hit generate. We see a group of Taj executives standing with Namaste in front of a white huge Lotus hotel. And I think we should maintain in the R circle in front of a huge. I think we should type in huge. And let's hit generate. Let's select the Flux model. Flux model is something which it's free. It's one of my favorite models. It gives you amazing imagery. Let's see what we get here. Let's select the Quen model. This is the new one. So this is the beauty of Crea, that you have all these models which are also open source, by the way. And if you want to use it open source, feel free to do it. But you need huge GPU support. So not sure if you want to do that. So something like this, the Quen, and each and every model for the same prompt will give you a different visual style. All right. Let's select this. Let's select the Flux Context Pro. This is another one, which is a great model to make your edits, but it does crazy job in terms of selecting or creating images. Let's select ChatGPT image is the same one which you can get in ChatGPT. Dream is an awesome model that has been doing rounds in the world, in the AI content creation world. I think it adheres to the prompt really well. And same is for Image Gen 4, which is Google's model. Fabulous job, honestly. It does a great job. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to show it to you so that we all can select what works for us. See, check out C Dream's version. It's pretty good. All right. Let's not go for runway. Ideogram does an amazing text job. Let's see if Ideogram does a good job. Let's try and select this one. Let's select the other models as well. So you must be understanding each and every model has its own style. So it completely depends on what you like. So it's really important for you to know what you like. All right, and let's select the ultra model as well, and then we can move ahead. All right, cool. Now guys, check this out. It took us less than 2-3 minutes to come up with something like this. What do you guys think? Do you guys like it? Yeah, check this out. All right, so one more thing and one more way, of course, for us to understand if this works. Look at this beautiful prompt adherence. It has adhered to the prompt really well. It has written Taj Lotus for us, and this model has to be Imagen. Imagen adheres to the prompt really well. I've always realized this. But we have the Flux model giving us crazy cinematic visuals, something like this. Flux always does a fabulous job. All right. Now I'll tell you a method which remember you have to optimize the prompt. All right. So how do you do that? Basically, go into your blueprint, whatever LLM you select. 1 second. I think my screen's paused. Yeah. All right. So go to your preferred LLM and just mention this master prompt. Okay. So something like this. Now check out the prompt that I'm writing. Use the below as the master prompt. Optimize it. Optimize it. So it retains visual consistency in text to image generator. Right. Let's just say, for example, we type this. Now you guys can go from text to video directly, but you won't have that much amount of control. All right. That's the reason why we are breaking down the entire process, going from text to image, images to video. That's how we are supposed to do it. So see, Cloud has now given us a visual consistency prompt. Check this out. It will give us this is the visual consistency prompt, which remains part of any of the prompt that we write. We add this and then it will create a consistency, but you cannot change the model, otherwise it will go haywire. All right. So let's see how this looks. All right. Let's see how the consistent visual consistent prompt looks like. Let's select one of this. Let's go to Crea and put it here. Now, before putting it here, you guys have to tell me in the chat which one do you think really works well for us? What do you guys think? Should we go for the Kriya 1 model or should we go for the Flux model? This is also beautiful actually. 1, 2 is also given, but everybody looks like something weird. It's not adhered to the prompt. Yeah, Flux model is also pretty great, honestly. C Dream has not done a good job. Yeah, I think I like the Imagen model really well. I think it will do a crazy job. So should we just go for Imagen? I think Imagen is adhering to the prompt, and even Flux 1.1 Pro Ultra is doing a good job. Let's just quickly try it with one prompt and then move ahead and select what really works for us. I think we have Imagen as an option, and we'll try the Flux model also as an option, and then take a call. Right, sorry, Imagen. All right, so these are the models. I hope you guys are very clear that these are all the models that are available open source. Also, we are using it in Kriya just so that we get an idea what happens. All right, and we get an idea of all the models together. So let's see what we get here. Good. Okay, I think we should go with ImageGen because it might do a fabulous job for us. Check this out. I think it will be crazy. What do you guys think? I mean, this is a good hotel. So that's the Google's beautiful model, which has worked really well. Of course, based on what your choice is, you can go for any of the models, but ImageGen 4 does a fabulous job in prompt adherence. So if you're doing something for a brand, it would work out really well for you. Other models are cinematically really good. Like Flux is cinematically really well, really good, but not necessarily for the text. It not necessarily does a good job with the text. All right. So let's just move ahead and start creating our entire storyboard one by one. All right. So I'm going to tell Cloud to give me everything start to end, and I have few images in my mind, so I'm going to tell it to do that as well. Okay, Cloud, optimize all the prompts to make it visually striking and reshare. I want you to also give me a prompt of a black luxury helicopter landing on, on the hotel helipad. All right. Make sure all prompts start with our master visual prompt. So the elements of the ad remain consistent. So you have to be very clear what you need. That's when it will throw out the right thing. So you guys must have understood that it is very essential for you to learn really good prompts. You don't necessarily have to learn the cinema terminologies. You have to learn how to basically give a right command. All right. So this is the master visual DNA prompt. Check this out. It has kept all of this. Now it has added all of these prompts right here. All right, it has given us the Lotus Hotel dramatic reveal, Arctic wasteland opening, elite convoy arrival, helicopter landing sequence, my heroic entrance as well, Taj executive welcome, interior opulence, master power shot. Okay, all right. I need a final shot which has the logo, Arctic Lotus, and Taj under it. So it feels like a proper brand ending. All right, let's go. All right, so it has given us the 9 frames. So let's quickly one by one start generating. Now, I'm not going to go through all the prompts here, otherwise, we'll end up wasting time. But more or less, because we have set the context right, I'm assuming it will do a great job. All right, so let's start off by making a new session here. How you can make a new session is just click on this, you make a new session, and we have chosen the ImageGen 4 model. Copy paste the prompt and keep on going one by one. All right, quickly going to drag this here. This is the first shot. Let's see, go for the second shot. Beautiful Arctic. No, I think it needs to be much better. It doesn't feel, uh, I think it needs to be much better. It's very dry a shot, honestly. Right, let's go with this. It's that simple. You have to be very clear what you're making and select the right models for your particular film. Right? Let's see the helicopter landing sequence. Quickly hit generate. Now we are going to see everything one by one. Imagine shooting all of this, my lord. It would have taken so much of money. Right? Let's see. Interior opulence. Master power shot. See generate. And the brand logo shot. It will be nice. All right. Cool. Guys, done. We are done with the images. Check this out. Our film is almost ready. Check out the beautiful Rolls Royces happened here. What do you guys think? This is our entire storyboard. This is our entire storyboard. All right, this is where I'm going to exit from. All right, this is as beautiful as it can get. Check this out. What a beautiful logo as well. My God. Now, for all the Steven Spielbergs out there who are saying this is cringy, I don't know what's your what's your quality standard, but this is really good. All right, so good. So we are in a good space in terms of our storyboard. That's definitely not me and doesn't necessarily always have to be a white guy. I'm going to put myself there. So don't worry about it. I'm going to show that to you as well. All right, so our storyboard is ready. And this happened in the matter of, I don't know, half an hour, just coming from the idea, coming here. My lord. So do you guys want to now move into just taking a break in terms of creating those images and or just move into the creation of video part of it? What do you guys think? All right, I think funny we can just put things, some of the videos, we'll start creating videos on Kriya and then probably take a break and take them
Perfect.
to the other tools later.
Yes. Yes, absolutely.
Cool, guys. So this is very dark and desolate. Might not be a good thing for us. Probably we can select one of this. All right. So let's say, for example, we select this. This is the back shot of the hotel. The easiest thing for you to do is basically click on this and convert it into the video. That's the beauty of this, that you have the image and the video in one particular area only. All right, I want to show you before going to the video something very cool that I think might excite you. This is where we went from text to images. Now, if we want to go from, say, for example, text to video, how will that work? Now, that can happen by, for example, going into the video part of it. You can either add a start frame, all right, or just copy paste one of the prompt, all right. Select one of the model here. Now, I went to the video part of it, similar to how the images model I showed you. Similar to that, we have these multiple models right here. These are all available on their independent websites as well. But Kreya has brought all of this in one roof. So people who are beginning, instead of going to the websites and paying for them and juggling between multiple tools, use this one tool, it will sort you out. Now, I'll explain it to you. Halo is a beautiful image generator and a video generator. So it's available here. I'm going to show you that website probably if we have time, or we can choose the Cdance Pro, which is again a great image video generator. Kling is another one which we are going to use for lip sync today. All right. So all of these models, Halo and Kling, any which was I'm going to show you. But what I'll do is I'll quickly show you how the text to image works. Like for example, we have taken in the last. What is it? This is the last image where the logo appears, which is what we need. All right. So let's just select, for example, the Cdance Pro model, and we just have to select what quality you need it in. I'm just going to go for 1080p, and I need it for probably for 5 seconds. That's enough for me. And if I want a landscape or a portrait, and just hit generate, and it will start creating a complete video out of it. Let's say, for example, I want to create a proper quick video with a dialogue. For that, what I'm going to do is select a VO3. All right, it gives me a directly, it converts that text, whatever I say. Like people have been talking a lot about JSON prompting and everything. That all is happening on VO3. Let's say, for example, we create something, we ask Cloud to create a proper uh, 8-second video because VO3 gives you an 8-second video. Let's say, for example, we tell Cloud, give me an 8-second video prompt with details of sound effects and my dialogue, all right, which I will generate in VO3. So you always come back to your LLM and tell it exactly what needs to be done because all of these LLMs are completely aware of each other. So you can just ask it to generate a certain thing from whatever you need it from. All right. So I'm telling it to generate this particular prompt for VO3. All right. Also give me a JSON prompt. Let's see what it gives us. All right, so it has given us the audio track as well, all those details, all the music, and it has also given us a complete JSON prompt structure. You use a JSON prompt to make very specific edits, all right? So I'm going to quickly show it to you how it looks in VO3, copy pasting this entire prompt. And I'm not going through all the details, probably a confident Indian billionaire would have worked. Aurora Boles dancing overhead in green purples, all right? They Taj doesn't just host me, they understand my impossible. All right, cool. So for that, what I'm gonna do is quickly show you VO3, which is a great tool, all right, for you to basically use. This is the flow part of it. Check out the website. It is called as Google Labs. You can go to the flow. It's slightly expensive, but does a fabulous job in terms of the character animation. And I think it would work out really well for you. Just a second, quickly logging in. Okay, logged in. 1 second. You're gonna have fun with this part. My favorite part. All right, so here we are in the flow part of Google VO3. All you have to do for all the students out there, it's comes to you on a very discounted rate. Please feel free to use this. I just want to create a new project here. Now there are a few options here. You can either go from text to video, which is what we are going to do with the JSON prompt. All right, or we can go to frames to video, which is all the frames that we created, or we can do ingredients to video. This works really well for cinematographers like myself and directors like myself, where I can add in multiple, like say for example, I'm one character, Funny is one character, and me sitting on a laptop is the another setting. So I can add these three settings and generate a complete scene, and that I can basically make it into a movie. So that's the beauty of VO3. So of course, unfortunately, because less of time, I won't be able to show all of this. But I'm going to show you the text to video. Now, with the text to video, you have to now see what model you're choosing. I'm choosing the VO3 fast model per se because I think it will just save us some time, and just adding the prompt and hit generate. It will quickly now create a complete video for us. Let's move to Kreya and see if it has created that video. Check this out. This is from directly text to video. Now it has not got the text really well, and that's the reason why you have to go from images to video, because it will most of the time screw up the text part of it. But most of the other things are pretty realistic. I think I like the other parts as well, so I think it's in a good space. Let's check out Flow if it is ready with our video. 32%. While this happens, I'll just put uh, other images to video. All right, let's just select before you guys go on a break. Let's just select which one we like. Now tell me between these two images, which one do you guys like? One, two, one or two? Yeah, the second is quite nice. I even like the first one, honestly. So let's select both. I like the this part of how the let's say for example how this entire building comes in, but not sure if it will retain that consistency. So there is one very cool thing that I would like to show you. Let's say for example I select this image, and I basically go from, just a second, let's say for example we selected this image. All right, we selected this image. Now I just have to click on edit option here. It will now open the edit section where I have these multiple models which can just edit out things based on the prompt that I give. Like, for example, I'm on the Flux Context Max, not going to get too much into detail of this, but let's say, for example, it's so simple. Remove the building on the right of the Lotus infrastructure and just hit generate. Let's see what we get. So you can quickly edit out things which you don't want. You can also change the color of the hotel. to a, for example, a shiny black hotel or something like that. That can also happen. I'm thinking very black today for some reason. So check this out, guys. So this was our original image, and this is what it created. So the edit option is that simple. Initially, we used to have to do a lot of Photoshop on this, but it just happened in a matter of few seconds. All right, so this is the simple part of it. All right, now let's move ahead and start selecting our images. Hold up. All right, so let's get going and start selecting. Hold up, we selected the first two options. Yeah, we selected these two. We changed this one. Which one of these two you like? I think I like both, honestly. What do you guys think? One is good, right? Yeah, one is pretty decent. I like this, but I do not like the airplanes flying in. It's kind of strange, but that's okay. I think we can have this. Which of the chopper of mine you guys like? Which one do you guys like? Second one? I think the second is good. Which of these one do you guys like? I think I like none. I'm going to just select this one because the hotel is something else. So I'm not sure if we can use this. This is beautiful, honestly. Check this out. I think we can use this and we can also use the second part. Look at the interiors of it will be a crazy Taj hotel actually. Let's select both. All right. Uh, what do you guys think of these? One, two, one, two. Both, right? Yeah. We might not able to like convert all of them into video because of the time limit. But which of these? Select this one. This has a more minimal and a cool feel to it. All right. So now we have selected our images. You have to go to the assets option here on the top right and select the ones which we have put a heart on. So check this out, guys. This is how our entire storyboard. This is how the entire storyboard looks like. This is will be a crazy ad. What do you guys think? What we did together. Yeah. So our storyboard's ready. Good. So we are in a very good space. Now let's quickly check out what Google VO3 has done for us. Check this out. Let's just quickly play it.
Taj doesn't just host me. They understand my impossible. They don't ask why here. They ask why not. Taj doesn't just host me. They understand my impossible.
Some parts are really nice, but not necessarily the Lotus Hotel behind, all right? So that could have changed. So that's why you always have to go from frames to video if you want to make something very professional. But I think it's fairly decent, right?
They don't
Like
ask
the motion and everything.
why here. They ask why not.
Yeah. All right. Cool. So this is where we are at. We have the storyboard ready, and we will now move into creating all of these into a video. You guys take a break for 5 minutes and then I'll quickly download these images so we can quickly get going in terms of the video part of it. All right, see you. Once you come back, I'm going to show you how to create music, how to create audio, how to use some very cool tools for video. So stay tuned. Awesome.
All right, all right. I'll just take over the screen and put a timer for everyone to come back in 5 minutes. Folks, as we go into the break, I also want to summarize a few things that we have covered so far, which is it all started with us understanding that just like the text models have various different models available today, even image and video models have a lot of them available, right? These are all different players that have come into the market. And one thing that I'm absolutely liking is that all of you saw the difference in the kind of generations that are coming out depending on the model that you're choosing inside of Kriya, right? And just to reiterate, Kriya again is a tool that is a wrapper on all of these AI models, and it provides us the ability to switch from one model to another, just like all of you have seen. And I would want all of you to take this entire workflow and be able to create a marketing campaign for your own brand or for the brand that you're working for, right? Or go ahead and create an advertisement for a brand or for a product of yours. That is how I want all of you to be able to go ahead and personalize whatever you're learning here. But let's go take a quick 4 minute refresher break and come back, and then we will see how we can convert all of these into videos and then stitch all the videos together.